Welcome back to some more Torment.
What's up?
All right.
What's up? Well, I think we gotta find Sere. Angiar's house.
Done.
Let's look around Sigil a little bit.
Done.
Ugh, I've never seen something so ugly I've not.
Well, who are you?
Hike off.
You see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature, and a horned shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail that is flicking back and forth as you watch. Pike off. Okay, greetings. The girl ignores you. Well, I'm looking for someone named Sere. Do you know where I can find him? Aye, I might. I might say more if you sweeten the question, aye. She clicks her tongue and rubs two fingers together. Chink, chink, aye. Chink, chink. She means money. Oh. Aye. She glances at Morty, then shrugs. What the skull said. Hard coin. I doubt you have anything I want to hear, but try me, then I'll decide whether it's worth it. Bar that! I have nothing more to say to you, back. Get! Alright.
Ugh, I've never seen something so ugly I've not.
I'm gone.
Well, not too friendly.
Done. Done. I'm gone.
A harlot. You see a tired-looking woman dressed in a tight leather bodice and leggings. The odor of cheap perfume surrounds her like a cloud, and her face is covered with a mask of crude makeup. She smiles as she sees you. Why don't you stay and chat with me a bit, love? Well, greetings. The woman looks coyly at you. Now, you look to be a blood who's lost something. Mayhap I can help you find it, Cutter. She smiles slightly. Oh? What a good fortune! We probably lost what we were looking for back at your kit, miss. Actually, I'm missing a journal. She seems confused. What are you about? Well, let's see. We'll forget the journal. Maybe you can help me find what I'm really missing. Her tone becomes businesslike. Aye, love. Now, there's the matter of a finder's fee. Okay, I see. How much? Some coppers for a glance at what you're missing, and 10 coppers to actually find what you're missing. Alright, never mind. I'll find what I'm looking for on my own. Thanks. Chief, can you spot me some chink? It's been a long time, it has. Oh my. Oh, well, I suppose it can't hurt. The woman breaks in. It's twice the cost for the Mimir or any other degenerate. Mimir? Mimir's a talking encyclopedia. That's me, Chief. I see. Well, don't sweat it, Morty. From the looks of her, I'm probably saving you from dying twice. May a pox shrivel your innards. You have the stinking fashion sense of a goat herd, and you're twice as
New
ugly.
taunts, alright.
Morty stares hypnotized as the harlot lets loose a stream of obscenities. At the end of the verbal avalanche, Morty is silent for a moment, then turns to you. Wow, Chief, got a few more towns for the old arsenal. He turns back to the harlot who is catching her breath. I'm also in love. Alright. Weird taste in women this skull has indeed.
I'm gone.
Harlots, more harlots. Oh, 2 thugs. Oh,
I'm gone.
I don't want to talk to those. But on the other hand, maybe to the alleys of dangerous angles. Gathering dust bar. Well, let's look at our channel real quick. Alright, stuff about Dianara. Irene. Ferret journal. Oh.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
Just look natural, casual.
Done.
Oh.
I'm gone.
Oh.
All right. Done.
So you want a beating? All right, fine with me. There you go. Oh, he had a copper earring with him. Well,
I'm gone.
Standard one.
Done.
Yeah, of course we'll kill him too. No problem with that.
Damn it! You see that?
Yeah, I saw that. A critical miss
I'm
followed
gone.
by a critical hit.
All right. Done.
I wanna grab that. Dirty rat charm.
All right.
Oh, nice. Hive Dweller. Have you been at the Gathering Dust Bar yet, Burke? You sort of remind me of one of the workers there. He laughs bitterly. Alright.
Done.
Yeah, of
All
course,
right.
we'll look into it. What's this? The Post. This filthy looking corpse is in sad shape. Its shoulders are slumped and one of its legs is broken, causing it to lean to one side. Stains cover it from head to toe. Judging by the smell and the texture, the stains run from rotten fruit to mud and bird droppings. To add to the indignity, graffiti has been carved into his body and several notices have been nailed into his chest, back and head. Well, we'll examine the graffiti and notices. A number of the leaflets have been ruined by rain, but some of them are still legible. One tag to his back is from something called the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. The one on his forehead looks like a bill of fare for a restaurant. One on his chest looks like an official notice, and another appears to be some sort of want ad. Well, let's look at the one from the office. Oh no, there are. Yeah, let's look at the one from the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. To those Hive citizens wishing gainful employ with the most honorable and generous sigil government, inquire forthwith at Office of Vermin and Disease Control to help stand plague of brain rats. Bounties paid. Copper given for each rat tail brought. Tails must be genuine and from rat only. No cat, dog or fiend tail accepted. Office several streets south and west of Mortuary Gate in Lower Hive. Ask for official inspector in charge, the respected Phineas T. Lord, the 39th. Okay, so we should kill brain rats and bring the tails to the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. Want ad. Official notice. Public notice. By the order of the Judiciary Council and in accordance with the citizenry of Sigil, let it be known those defacing a registered servant of the Dustman either by graffiti, malicious attack or by posting notices will constitute felonious assault, and the perpetrator will be answerable for the vandalism of said servant. By order of the Hall of Speakers. Alright. Well, that wasn't really effective. What about the wanted? Wanted. Able-bodied person willing to investigate a matter of the utmost importance to the Dustman cause. Will offer suitable compensation upon successful completion of said task. Interested parties inquire with initiate Norochi gathering dust power. Alright. Frightened hive dweller. You see a man in tattered clothing. As you approach him, he suddenly stops and begins to look around, frightened. Greetings! The man looks startled, then takes a step back. What you be wanting, Cutter? His voice is shaky and he seems taken aback by your scars. I have nothing on me, so's I don't. And my rags are not worth the trouble. Calm yourself. I'm not here to rob you. I had some questions. He keeps a safe distance and his eyes dart from side to side as if expecting something to step out of the shadows. Questions, you said? And what might those questions be? Do you know someone named Farrod? Name's not one I know, Cutter. Who is he? He's a collector, I think. He thinks. Well, then he most likely has his kip in Rag Picker Square then. You might want to look there. During the day, that is. Not a nice place at night. Where's this Rag Picker Square located? It's a few blocks from here. Go west from the mortuary as far as you can go and you'll run right into it. Careful when you're around there though, Cutter. The collectors there don't always want for a body to die before collecting on them, aye? Got it. Thanks. No, understood farewell. He licks his lips as you turn to leave. Cutter, you might think he studies you for a moment. You could spare a few coppers for a blood who helped you on your way. Not many around here to do for a fella. Enough for a man to wet his tongue after all the talking, eh? Fair enough, give him a copper piece. He glances around to see if anyone saw the exchange, then tucks the chink in the folds of his robe. Thank you kindly, Cutter. May the lady's shadow pass you by.
Done.
Alright. Let's look into the bar. Oh, there's Norochi. Well, let's look at the Dustman at the gathering. Initiate Emmerich, I think the fool's name is. He's been sending out finders to try and mark Farrod's movements. Initiate Emmerich. Well, that's not Norochi. He's the one searching.
Done.
For I don't know what. Well, you can talk to him. Norochi. You see a spindle-thin man in dirty black robes. His stiff black hair springs forth from his skull like a crown of spikes, and his leather-white skin is drawn sharply across his skull. He's frowning into his drink and mumbling to himself. Greetings. The Dustman looks up, blinks once, then looks you up and down, studying you. As he studies you, he takes one of his spiked locks and points at himself with it. Norochi, initiate. Dustman, guard. I'm here about the posting outside. The dustman looks you up and down. Many troubles have I. Help can you. A mausoleum awakes, the dead walk, the dead disturbed, the dustman disturbed. Find out what disturbs the undead, and copper coins will I pay. Very well, where is this
Updated
mausoleum?
my journal.
Norochi nods. Mausoleum by Dustman Memorial. Go north and west from Black Monument, go to Arch and a semicircle over your heart with this finger this make. He wiggles the index finger on his right hand. To the mausoleum go you will. Alright.
I'm gone. All right.
Old copper eyes. Before you is a tall, silent figure. He could easily pass for a statue, although the deep furrows in his face and brow make you wonder if the sculptor was a little too eager in defining the face with the chisel. He looks well over 50 years old, but exactly how much over 50, it's hard to tell. As he slowly turns to look at you, you catch the dull sheen of copper in his eyes. Greetings. Old Copper Eye stares at you. His eyes are difficult to make out past the black well of his eye sockets, but they look to have a coppery sheen about them. I have some questions. Copper Eye says nothing. Oh, never mind. Farewell. Oh, there is Emmerich. He should know. Oh, and he has zombie bodyguards. But for some reason I feel inclined to save here. For talking to him. You see a heavy-set man with dark skin and grim features. He is dressed in dustman robes and is regarding you with a stony gaze. Greetings! You have the look of one lost. The man's voice is like stone settling. Did the wind send you, or are you here with purpose? Who are you? I'm Emmerich, factotum and initiate of the 4th cycle. Is this your bar? If you measure ownership in copper, this is not my establishment. If you measure ownership in spirit, it is mine. He pauses as if trying to emphasize a point. The dustmen here are my students. They are under my protection. Can I ask you some questions? Emmerich waits. I'm searching for a man named Ferret. Have you seen him? I would know why you seek the collector Ferret. I wish to speak with him. As do I. He has made such a thing difficult. He speaks through other men. Emmerich falls silent for a moment. When two men speak through other men, little is said and much is lost. Why does Ferret not want to talk to others? The why is unclear. He is a man who hides from others and hides his reasons. Why do you want to know my business with Ferret? The collector Ferret has brought many corpses to the mortuary of late. One must ask where these bodies are from. Oh, he's a good guy, Emmerich, I think. Perhaps I could find out where these bodies are from. Well... Look, whatever is between you two is your business. I just want to know where he is. It is known to me where the collector Ferret is. He hides from the eyes of the dustmen. I would seek other collectors and ask... it is not known. Okay, he hides from the eyes of the dustman. I would seek other collectors and ask them your question. Very well, I have some other questions. Oh, I could join the Dustman faction. Well, first, can you tell me about the Dustman faction? Dustmen seek the true death. Some call it oblivion, but this is incorrect. To Dustmen, the true death is freedom from the chains of this false life. False life? This life that many cling to with their emotions is a false existence. As long as one clings to it, they will continually be reborn into it. One must divest themselves of emotion to escape this cycle. I see. Can you tell me about how your faction is organized? Dustmen are organized into 5 circles. The 5th circle is made of the lowest rank of Dustmen, initiates. The 1st circle is comprised of the highest ranking Dustmen, the ruling body of our faction. Well, I don't want to join the Dustmen just yet. Maybe later. Let's talk to that zombie worker. This female corpse is dressed in a heavy burlap shirt, covered with food and wine stains. Her lips have been stitched closed, and her arms and legs are wrapped in several layers of bandages. The bandages seem to have been soaked in preservatives to keep the corpse fresh. As a result, the corpse's rotting odor has been replaced with an equally repulsive vinegar smell. Oh, great success! Okay. We'll leave the corpse in peace. As you turn away, you notice Mort is staring at you. What is it? Did you see the way that cadaverous beauty was staring at me? Mort's teeth chatter as if in anticipation. She was looking for some lucky cutter to thaw her coffin. Please don't start this again. Mort ignores you and becomes thoughtful. I don't really mind the attention, actually. It's just that I like to be seen as something more than just a skull, you know. I have feelings that go beyond my base animal instincts. I want courtship, not some fortnight fling around the mausoleum. Okay. Morta, you are a skull. Nobody can... well, that's pretty bad. Okay, I understand. Well, let's get out of here.
Done.
Dustmans. Oh, Sere the Skeptic. As you approach, the elderly woman turns and stares at you. Look, who's come a-calling on Sere today? Death's dearest son. She looks you up and down, then shakes her head in disbelief. By every power and its mother, boy, what crypt did you crawl out of? Well, I'm fresh from the mortuary, actually. That's so? She raises an eyebrow. Warms my ears to hear you gave that place the laugh, boy. Not much of a watering hole for one who isn't relieving themselves. She sniffs. Tch, too many cobwebs and dusty minds. You don't like the mortuary, aren't you a dustman? A dustman, I suppose. Sere sniffs. Tch, I've seen enough sand pass through the hourglass while wearing these robes. This body's almost ready to pay the ferryman. She chuckles, but there's not much mirth in it. Are you afraid of dying? Course I am, boy. Who isn't? She frowns and glances around. Well, except Dustman. They are not afraid, because they've been swallowing so much of their own bad droppings over the decades, they've blinded themselves into thinking that death is some kind of release. So what sparked this crisis of faith? She shrugs. Life, I suppose. She frowns. Ha, never you mind. I won't bore you with the niggling details. I'd like to know, actually. Oh, would you? She looks at you skeptically. Shh, how old you take me for, boy? The truth would be to say old. Let her down gently, not too old. Lie out of kindness, rather youngish. I don't know, and I don't care. Old. She snorts. Well, you're wrong. I'm really old. Now I've spent most of my long years teaching dustmen. I've seen many dustmen whelps grow within our order, taught them the ways of the faction, kept the faith, preached the tenets of the faction. She frowns. And so on and so on. No questions, no doubt. This life was merely an antechamber that led to the true death. What happened? Well, a half-month back I went sick with the fever, she sighs. I thought it was the end. It rattled my cage. How? Her face becomes a stone. There's something about having your faction members circle around your deathbed like a pack of pale-faced ghouls, nodding and agreeing that your suffering and dying is all for the best. Oh, Sere is so fortunate. She shall soon be relieved of the burden of life. Burden of life? That's when it struck me. That there's something. A queer expression comes over her features. Addled about not appreciating your life. The dustman keeps saying that life is misery and suffering. Is it? That we should be happy to pass into oblivion. Should we? She shakes her head. Questions, questions, and precious few answers. It doesn't... Yeah, well, what will you do? To be square, boy? I don't know. Sere sighs. That's the problem with doubt. I can't even trust that what I'm feeling is true, or if I'm scared of death only because of my brush with the fever, or even that or even what I should do. Is this a passing thing? I don't know. Oh, a lot of dialogue choices. Whew. Yeah, I'll actually go with the first one. Sere, if you had truly believed in the Dustman philosophy, then your brush with the fever would not have left you with such doubts. She stares at you, then nods slowly. Maybe so. Maybe so. She frowns, her face wrinkling up in concentration. I'll have to chew it over some more. You should, it's no small matter. La, now, enough of me rattling on about my woes. Sere stares at your scars. You look like you've shared a few handshakes with death yourself. Hasn't that changed your views somewhat? Doesn't it make you appreciate life a bit more? Well, truth yes, truth not really. Well, my condition is unique. I woke up in the mortuary. I think they mistook me for a corpse and were prepared to bury me. The strange thing is, I actually had died and got better. Seer blinks. You're rattling my coffin. It's true. Strange are the ways of the plains, and I've seen too much to throw any tale out of the wash. She studies your face. If it's true, why does this happen? All I know is I woke up in the mortuary with no memory and covered with enough wounds to kill me 3 times over. Now don't be saying that too loud. She glances around. Most peculiar. Never heard of anything like that. Shame about the memories. Do you have any idea why this happens? Nay, not a one. Never knew anyone who death wouldn't take. Until now. Well, perhaps I could ask you some other questions. Questions, eh? Well, you can ask. She looks at you with a steely eye and smiles. Crypt crawler. Oh my. I like her. Okay, I wanted to ask you about some of the dustmen in Peculiar. No harm in it. Who's on your mind? Oh, well, we shouldn't talk about Ivina, I guess, because we killed her. Actually, I met a scribe named Doll at the mortuary. Do you know him? Shh, Doll? He was my instructor in the philosophical arts during my early training at the mortuary, and a crusty fool to boot. He is ill, so my ears tell me. I bet he'll even bore death with his presence. Can I ask about some other dustman? What about Emmerich? That stone-faced old fool. I taught him, you know, and I used to hold the man in high regard when I woke up. He's a crusty old ghoul that sits here in his off hours to make sure the younger dustmen have a symbol of authority here in this bar. She mumbles, old vulture. Oh, she really doesn't like him. Okay, what about old Cop Eyes? Don't know much about that one. He's a strange blood. He never moves from that spot, never eats, never drinks, just waits. She shivers slightly. Makes me uneasy. I see, I had some other questions. Have you seen a journal recently? I'm missing mine. What does it look like? No idea. If you don't know what it looks like, how do you expect to find it? I'm beginning to wonder that myself. I had some other questions. I'm searching for a man named Ferret. Have you seen him? Sere's face crumples into a frown. That dog! He's the worst of the collector lot. I heard he has his kip set up somewhere in Ragpicker Square. Okay, we should really go there. Many streets west of the mortuary gate. Dangerous place though. Some of those collectors aren't patient enough to wait for folks to die so they can sell them for chink. Okay. Thanks for the warning. Farewell.
I'm gone.
Alright. I'll make a brief pause and be right back.